really listened to throughout my breakup for 21 was Best Thing I Never Had by Beyonce. I had it on repeat. One time, oh my god, I can't believe I wanted something with you. One time I flew home from LA. I was so drunk, I'm surprised they even let me on the flight. And I listened to that song on repeat for 11 hours. 11 hours, non-stop. My friend, who's here from London today, he was with me on that flight, so he's my backup for that. Anyway, so back to the seriousness of what I was trying to tell you. I always get distracted and start talking about nothing. But you know, I always bitch and you know, play the bitch and the witch of that 21 relationship. But in fact, I have never been so low in my life as I was when that relationship broke down. And I was the one that was left. And when you realise that someone you love has been leaving you for a lot longer than it took them actually to, you know, to physically leave, it is it's the end of the world. You don't know what's wrong with you when you're the one that's been left, because they're not man enough or woman enough to tell you why it is they don't love you anymore. And I had, you know, I felt ill for how lonely I was, and just the air of loneliness. It was terrible. I love you too. And one day, I decided that I'd had enough of feeling like my life had ended. And the only thing that he couldn't take away from me, this sounds a bit cheesy, was my ability to write a song. So he could take away how I felt about myself and the things that I wanted in my life, which was that relationship, but he couldn't take away that I knew how to write a song. And this one day, I sat down and I was like, I'm going to write the song today that changes how I feel about this situation. And within a couple of hours, I had the first verse and chorus. And any time I'd ever tried to do that before, nothing had ever happened. And any time I've ever tried to sit down on purpose and do that since, I can hear you, thank you, darling. I haven't been able to do it then either. But this one day, the stars, they just aligned for me, and this song happened. And I remember playing it to the people that I like to play my music to get their opinion, and they all just, well, they didn't really say anything, and that was in their silence. I knew that it made them think of something that had happened in their lives. But more importantly, I felt different about myself and about this song. And I sang this song just over 5 years ago on a stage very, very similar to this. And it is a very, very sad song, and it is a heartbreak and a breakup song. However, I was incredibly fond of that relationship, and although I'm glad I'm not in it anymore, because I don't think I ever would have grown out of it and, you know, learned how to be with the man that I'm with now, who is my someone like you. He's much better than the person I was with before. But through that relationship and through my journey, and I know it sounds like dramatic, but through my journey of getting over that, which has taken me a long time, and it was prolonged by the 21 experience. I don't feel like I would have been equipped mentally and emotionally for the relationship that I'm in now, and being so wholesome with somebody. I originally wrote this song on guitar, but it wasn't quite sad enough, so we put it onto piano just to make it a bit more unbearable for you.